Alright, and we are back. Finally broken into, well, the 150th placement, so only 149 more submissions to go. Slowly but surely we are getting through. Hey, Gundrew, you're a mini-boss, which I fought already. It was tough getting this sewer to look presentable for the gauntlet, but we managed to pull it off. I almost punctured like 18 different sewage pipes. Probably not optimal. Ooh, close. Anyway, ooh, who's that down there? We have 149. Discharge by Rider BD. 25% time penalty. Look at the score from Patchy and Flashman. 65 and 67. Those are the highest scores we've seen all contests. This is going to be a good stage, but it was submitted late. Yeah, it got most of the score for aesthetics, over half for creativity, not that much for fun, decent amount for design, and over half for functionality, with an overall score of 37.35 because it got 25% time penalty, and there's no trickster tokens, so it is just a pure stage. I'm actually... okay, so we're going to be dealing with electricity theme. Yeah. Yeah, I did see that appear from the other one. That's cool. That's exactly what I wanted to see. There's Gabriel when I saw Gabriel. Also, the song fits very well too. Are you gonna have any... No, nothing here? Okay. Oh, hello. Who are you? Are we just gonna loop around to the boss eventually? And that's where the tallies spawn. So there are... Are you gonna spawn from the top? No. So there are tells. Ow. This energetic music, very fitting for an electric theme stage. Oh, you're in a bit of a precarious position, my friend. Ow. Ooh. Are you gonna be... Oh, I'm so dead. That is a very good recovery, if I have to say so myself. Yes, please. I keep thinking I'm hearing background noise, but it's just my imagination playing games with me. Another sniper jump. Ugh, that's a bit dull. You do like your tellies, huh? Oh, returning Sniper Joe as well? Okay. I played nice. Ow. Didn't see it. That pit looks really tempting. That pit looks really tempting, but we're not looking for any secrets, so I'm not really inclined to go down, throw myself down there, considering I have not had a single checkpoint in the stage yet. I'll be okay without that health refill. Yeah, honestly, so far this is a well-constructed stage. There is a lot going on in this room. Might as well do it. I don't think you can get out without hurting yourself. Check out you. Ooh. I like this stage. Ow. It picks a few enemies, and it basically creates interesting setups with them. that just a one-off telly? It is. Yeah, I slipped off there. That's... yeah. Oh, I have to do the sky again, okay. That telly is in a kind of annoying position, but that was bad there. Come on, Telly, up we go. Not this again. Yeah, I didn't have... So I got hit by the bloody Gabu from the top that time while jumping. Might be because it's getting late at night now, but that's not a really good excuse to say why I'm playing terribly. No timing, come on. Oh, you. Oh, you. I am playing so badly. Because this is not actually that difficult, it's just late. It just may honestly be down to that. I didn't really mean to come and pick up that, but... So I want to run back. Ooh! Okay, I did not see that until it's basically spawned. I didn't see you until you shot either. And there was one to the right too. Okay, they're gonna point down. Ow! Ah! That is not. That is mean. That is not a good drop. I just got unfortunate. Oh, and send back to the beginning here. I kind of expected to jump off the higher platform, but I didn't. Okay, I waited a little bit this time. That was just sloppy. I'm getting impatient because I've gone through here so many times now. I didn't see you again. Come on, I see you this time. I wanna hold. I am going up there. God. No, right. I remembered. Left. Yep, you pull off the same trick again. But I was prepared this time. Come on. Alright, now if Fish is about to repeat it, I'm going right. Eddie, finally a checkpoint. It took a long time. Ooh. Oh, you're in a really annoying position. Oh, I wasn't honestly, I did not expect to make that jump. I see you. You're making... Ah! Yeah, the setups are actually becoming challenging. So, the difficulty curve has certainly gone up, which is good. I forgot about you. What?! Your hitbox is so tiny for some reason. No. Do I trust that? I see two. I don't really feel like going to the left because I feel like bad things will happen if I go there. Here we go, it's boss time. We're gonna loop around for the boss now. Cool. And it looks like we do have a custom boss too. Is it gonna be Charge? No, we already have Charge, man. Holy, okay. Oh, you were fast! Okay. Can I hit you when you're electrolyzed? Okay, I'm realizing that... Oh, I'm so... Oh. Your design looks really cool. Honestly, at this point you could have just named the stage after your Robot Master. Charge is perfectly fine, don't get me wrong. So you can also just throw it up immediately. Please jump. Thank you. Yeah. That really quick attack. This is an interesting boss fight. I do like this one actually. I'm not sure what to do when I get cornered like that though. Because I need to jump there. But you can just... What? You can also shoot from standing? Okay, that's new. Please jump. How did I not get hit there? Oh, you... Oh! 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 1 HP, no. No. Honestly, now that I understand how to fight this, I might be better off with charge shots. Oh, you reflect my charge shots, so that's... Please jump. Well, that's not a jump. Please jump. Ooh, okay. It's a loud fight because of all the electricity and static noises. No, that stage. There's only one checkpoint in it, which may be a bit mean considering there's also spike drops. Blind spike drops. But yeah, that was a super solid stage. Very well done. And it would not be in tier 3 had it not received a time penalty, because that was just a very, very good stage. It picked the electric theming, picked a few enemies, some gimmicks, and run with it. It started making more difficult setups and really basically combined and gelled all the aspects of the stage together. And the boss fight, very, very good. I enjoyed fighting that boss. Learning it was actually fun, and yeah, that was a super solid stage. Now, what did judges think? Mick, 44. Yeah, I know electric stages have a reputation for difficulty, but this one goes too far. Discharge Man stage has 3 interests. Instant death, tight jumps of death, surprise attacks that can make death, and conveyor belts leading to death. The challenges are doable, but they're all high punishment paired with sparse checkpoints, meaning a lot of retries. It also means there's not a lot of variety, so the whole level blends together. That's not to say the level is faultless, as it definitely tries to do interesting things with what it's got, such as a slide tunnel of dodging elect beams or having 2 different varieties of electric gabios. Don't really like that name. But when nearly every section kills you on failure, the majority ceases to be memorable. The only exception is when the level goes for cheap tactics. The elecons are one thing, as they need better telegraphs, or really just telegraphs at all. There's also an invisible spike or 2, which I really hope is an accident. Oh dear. But the real issue is the power-up traps. Yeah. Goodness, the lone one-up mess serves no other purpose than to waste your time with a risk. That one-up is not a real one-up. I'm glad that they avoided it. And that Yasichi, sending you back to the beginning of the stage for sliding a pinch too far, is cruel and unusual. I am so glad I did not full commit to it. To the what? Thankfully, there's a shortcut partway through, which I also figure is unintentional, and the tanks in the stage don't have any nasty traps attached. However, it doesn't do enough to alleviate the frustration from everything else. After all that, is Discharge Man an improvement? Somewhat. I love the established shot of his boss guy, and I'm so glad the level delivered on the boss fight it promised. It's a pity that the boss himself is a mixed bag. The main problem is typical shield issues. Discharge Man spends too much time behind that barrier for how much damage he does. Combined with his speed, the end result is about as frustrating as the main level, but then you discover that every weapon except Thunder Beam and the Buster ignores his shield, rendering him a non-issue. On one hand, the surprise breather is nice, on the other hand, it really feels like he's just punishing Buster usage, not rewarding intuitive weapon usage. Still, he's better off than his level. A little banter and I think he'll be fine. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Shin, 34. Let's get the good out of the way first. The aesthetics here are pretty decent. It's nothing visually outstanding or unique, but for the most part everything looks and sounds alright. Fortunately, that's where most of my praise for this level ends. The actual design of the stage is very rough. Once you get past the first hallway, a lot of the remaining rooms feel too cramped and cluttered for their own good. The tighter sections wouldn't be that bad if not for the fact that nearly every platforming challenge is surrounded by pits and spikes and pits. The frustration factor is very high here, partly due to the lack of checkpoints, but more so thanks to the sheer amount of gotcha trap. The Elecons are among the worst offenders since they pop out of thin air and appear while you're in mid-jump, so Elecons are the enemies which spawn from Sparkman's stage and shoot 8-way. Another one comes in the form of a fake 1-up, which is placed in such a way that you're guaranteed to take a hit if you go for it. The spikes surrounding it would also be a problem if the 2 spikes to the right of it actually had any collision. That, along with a set of invisible spikes at the end of a hallway later on, is where the functionality took a hit. Didn't run into any invisible spikes, thankfully. However, the worst moment of the stage has to be the one involving the Yasichi at the end. If you slide through the gap to collect it, you end up transitioning into a much earlier screen in the stage. While you can use the retry button to completely bypass this, it's still no excuse for this part being the way it is. Beyond that bit of frustration, not much else of the stage actually stood out to me in the end, since the level doesn't evolve beyond slightly differing variants of dodge, react to this, or get pushed into instant death. Most of it comes across as pretty samey and boring after a while. I can only really point to a few moments that do anything remotely different. Mainly the ones that involve time jumps to hit sniper jets between electric surges. The last and probably the most notable part of the level would be the boss. While he was a cool design, I can't say I was a fan of the actual fight. High damage output combined with little to no telegraphs on his moves makes for an very annoying battle. What also doesn't help is that he seems to keep his shield up for an arbitrary amount of time, making Buster only duels way more trouble than it's worth. Beat him though. Granted, every other weapon also pierces his shield except Thunder Beam, but at that point, it starts to feel like exploiting a boss's weakness and more like overcompensation for how annoying his shield can be. Honestly, if his telegraphs were more fair and his shield had more consistent uptime, I could see this being a decently fun fight. Instead, it ends up being almost as frustrating as the rest of the level. I would say I actually enjoyed the fight. Actually, 65, that's a high score. Danger! Electrifying Hazard. First time foremost, really rude enemy placements here. Those plug guys, especially that are invisible until you get close, they are always placed in spots where you easily get knocked into death. Not great. It gets quite nasty near the end as well, with the tele spawns and electric beam traps being in the way, and the conveyor belt means one hit and you fall. Strange shortcut with the secret that isn't too hard to notice. I guess it does let you skip the nasty final section and straight to the boss, but it's just weird that it's there. So the spike drop will be the shortcut, the one between the free spike that I saw that I really didn't trust. There aren't any collectibles to get in this level. Stage is thankfully short enough with the semi-rough difficulty. Guess it is to be expected as an electric themed Robot Master stage. I do enjoy the use of Shatterhand music, good choice there. Pretty good mix and match with the Magnet Man tile sets there too. And I like the dark blue background paired with the yellow caution tiling colour scheme. Discharge Man himself could be, without the whole, being shielded for a long time deal. It's a fine boss otherwise, if a little punishing on the damage department and the ear department. Yeah, I felt that in the boss. That shield is loud. That sound effect is going to be in my nightmares. Let's hope I can sleep without hearing that today. I really like his sprite work, yes, totally agree. Though, very stylishly designed, the aesthetics are definitely the highlight of the stage for me. Press the wrong button again, I'm tired. Flashman, yes. Flashman 67. Very high. If you're going to catch the play off guard, do it in a way that's relatively harmless. If you do fast fake flaws in Mega Man 2, or that makes the player suspicious before the trap is sprung. E.g. the first camo flame tools in Mega Man 9. I'm on board with the surprise spikes at the bottom of a fall. I fell for it, so I'm a bit on it right now. If I didn't, then I wouldn't mind it that much. Because there's enough time to react. Yeah, that's just my stop reaction time right now. But especially when checkpoints are so far apart, Elekans need clearly marked spawn points, and the Lekman blocks need a more gradual build up to become brutally sneaky. I feel you there. I overlooked so many of them. Until they shot and I realized, oh, you're there. I'll let the other judges rage against their CG trap, which might have worked if the big shortcut back to that room were more convenient. Taking away all the gotcha moments, there's a lot to like. Coherent, beaming, energizing music, houses that look great together, nice use of sky, and several interesting challenges that combine tired old elements in fresh new ways. I appreciate the need to really examine your surroundings and keep track of multiple hazards at once. Although this level caters too much to one particular playstyle, take it slow, use the Buster except in the toughest situation. It's satisfying to play this the right way. I can feel you there too. It's almost satisfying to fight the boss. All the individual attacks are good. I especially like the short hops and small projectiles, but the randomness is sudden and brutal, and the fun fizzles due to excessively long and frequent periods of invincibility. I also managed to get the boss stuck jumping endlessly in the corner, so that was an engaging fight. I wish I saw that too. After my weird encounters with Cutman and some other bosses. Yeah. When bosses don't go to plan, I'm always in for the treat. Additional playtesting and polish would do a lot of good. Visually and functionally consistent spikes, unmistakably distinct pits and vertical transition, especially in twisty level like this, and more consistent use of ceiling shadows are a few small examples of where things could improve. I did it again for the third time. And finally, Ace 39. meet the first level that had me swearing out loud. Are you... Oh, that word. Are you crapping me? I said that out loud. Congrats on that achievement. The level itself is your average electricity themed stage with an electricity themed robot master. Design is, at best, just kind of average, nothing too impressive, nothing too memorable. Nice piece of music, a few portions where you really have to be paying attention, almost overabundance of Sniper Joe. But you did manage to be memorable in one way. There are the dirty moves, enemies spawning literally out of nowhere, check. Spikes littering the floor of the screen below you as you drop, check. A boss who is invincible for most of the battle and said invincibility is turned off by the RNG gods, check. Yeah, that was weird, I was able to hit through the shield at times. A boss who also has attacks with absurd damage output, check. A bloody trap that sends you back to the level of start of the level, check. It was too suspicious, considering there was a path down. Why did the judges fall for it? I mean, maybe they had to explore the path, but why? I mean, I'm glad I didn't, because that would really trigger me too, so I feel you there. You even unintentionally snuck in dick moves. What with pits not being indicated as such and even invisible spikes in place? Didn't run into those invisible spikes, but half the judges touched on them. See? Any of these things would be bad, but all of them in the same level? Sheesh! So you annoyed me. That annoyance persisted every time I'd go back to this level. I'd clap my hand on my forehead and go, oh yeah, there's that dickish thing again. This level is a mess, and yes, I even found the skip that goes straight to the boss. Too bad I didn't like the boss, I guess. Really? There's a skip? Because multiple judges mentioned it as well. I am not in a position that I want to replay the stage to go exploring it. And for the purpose of this playthrough, which is going to be long enough as is, I think it's best to just get all the secrets that we need in the stage, get the element, and move on. I covered pretty much most of my thoughts before the judge comments, but I really enjoyed the stage. Having just one checkpoint in the middle, and then the second before the boss, a bit mean considering how much instant death there is here and how punishing some of the segments are, but overall, a very, very solid stage, and it would be ranked much higher had it not received a time penalty. Yeah, really, really like this one. Very good stage, so good job. And with that said, I'm gonna call it here for tonight's session, so yeah, time to go to bed for me. I'm gonna see you in the next recording session.